Hey guys, I'm back. Hi! Today is another cooking class and it's gonna be very fun. Today we're gonna do a very sweet dessert. So today we are gonna make banana pudding from very famous New York bakery. There's this banana pudding that everyone says tastes amazing. So we're gonna try making that today. Magnolia banana pudding, and it's from a very famous New York bakery. And they put the recipe of the banana pudding up on SNS, and we're gonna do exactly what they said and see how it tastes. So for today's recipe, we're gonna need vanilla flavored jello powder that is 3.4 ounces. You have to use this exact one, but if you do use another one, it will taste completely different. And we will also need vanilla wafers. We need vanilla wafers, but you can use any other kind of brand as long as it's like this cookie, I guess. We also need 2 bananas. We also need 320 grams of water, and we also need sweetened condensed milk. The brand does not matter, but you need to get one that says 14 ounces, or it will taste too sweet or too bland. If you like sweet things, you can use 14 ounces, all of it, but if you don't like sweet things that much, you can use 10 ounces. And we also have some heavy whipping cream. We have a 946 millimeter, but we only need to use 660. So let's get started. Oh wait, and we also need a mixer, or you can just use a whipper. It doesn't matter, but I think this one will be easier to use since we can save our energy. Okay, so let's get started, people. The first thing we need to do is pour 320 grams of water into a bowl. It can be any bowl as long as it fits the water and every ingredient. And then we need the vanilla jello powder. We just take the packet out, we rip it. I'm scared it's gonna like explode in my hands. And then we pour the whole thing into the water. Oh yeah. Oh, that smells good. This is enjoyable. Okay, let me clean up. And then we're gonna mix it. Oh, that's satisfying. It's a little chunky, so I want to make the little chunks of powder dissolve. And you keep mixing until all the chunks of powder and stuff get dissolved, like this, mostly. So after you mix it with no chunks of powder in, we're gonna add the sweetened condensed milk. But I don't like that much sweet stuff, so I'm only gonna put in about 12 ounces. Oh, that's satisfying. I'm just gonna leave a little bit because I don't have to be exact, but I don't want to pour the whole thing in. Why is it so satisfying? Okay, so after you pour the sweetened condensed milk in, oh, that smell. We whip it, I guess. Oh, it's getting heavy. Oh, that's awesome. It's like more watery now all of a sudden. Oh, it smells good. I'm gonna taste it a little bit. That's pretty sweet and I like it. That's a perfect amount of sweetness. Okay, so after you mix the sweetened condensed milk into it, you are gonna cover it with some wrap. So after we wrap it, we're gonna leave it in the refrigerator for 4 hours for it to set and turn into like pudding. See you in 4 hours, folks. Bye!
Many hours later.
I'm back and it's been 4 hours, and this is the mixture, which we put 320 grams of water, and then we put sweetened condensed milk, and then some vanilla jello powder, powders, and it turned out like this. As you can see, it has turned all jello-y. Like, before it was all like liquidy, but now it's all set and like jelly-y. Okay, so for the banana pudding, we're gonna now make some whipped cream. So we need 660 grams of heavy whipping cream. We have a 946 millimeter one, but we only need 662 millimeters. Now we're gonna pour 662 millimeters of heavily whipped cream. This is gonna be a lot. 611. So we only need 52 more grams. Let me just pour this in this bowl. Enough. Now that we've poured it all in, I'm gonna now start whipping it. Whew, here we go. It's starting to get foamy. So I've been at this for about 5 to 7 minutes, and it should look like this. And when you poke it in and then you lift it up, it should have stiff peaks like this. You see how it just stands still without like bending over or anything? This is called stiff peaks. So we need stiff peaks, and then after you whip it until it has stiff peaks, we're gonna pour the vanilla pudding in. Here comes the big moment. It's stuck to the bowl. Let me just. Oh. Ew. It's just like the recipe says it should be. Okay, so we just pour it all out like that. Ugh. And then we keep whipping it. Let's whip it. Oh, it mixes so beautifully. Ow. And mix it with this now. So, after you keep mixing it with the jello and the whipping cream, it should look like this. It's slightly tinted yellow, and when you try to make a peak, it should bend down a little, but it's not that. So it should look like this, like all oily instead of all fluffy like the last time, like that. It should drip down. So I'm gonna try tasting it, just boop. That's good. It tastes like whipping cream, but softer and fluffier. That's good. Okay, so the next step is you have to put the whipping cream aside for a second, and we're gonna cut these bananas to put into the layer. So just peel it. Wash your hands before you do this. I'm gonna peel the other one. Ta-da! I think these parts are ugly, so I'm gonna cut them off and I'm not gonna use them. I want my banana pudding to be very pretty. Now cut them into thin slices. I keep sticking to the knife. One banana done. One more to go. Just gonna put the ugly ones over there and the pretty ones to the side. One more to go. Okay, cutting is done. So I'm gonna open the Nilla wafers. Bum 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 bum. Whoop. I'm only going to use half of it because I don't want to use too many crackers. Next step, I am going to put about 2 of these. That's loud. And spread it thinly on the floor of the pan. I'm nervous about this. I'm not very good at like spreading stuff evenly. Okay, I think we should add one more scoop. Tiny one though. It would be better if you used a bigger container, but right now we just moved in, so we only have small pans. So yeah, we are using what we have. Okay, so now I'm gonna put the banana slices very tightly next to each other on top of the cream. You can put it in any shape you want as long as it fills up the whole thing. You can put a certain pattern, or you can do like a pretty shape you like. Just as long as it fills up the whole thing very tightly. It's going along pretty well. Okay, it's filled up all the way like this. Let me just wipe my hands. And then we're gonna add the wafer cookies. This looks so good. For the wafer cookies though, you don't have to fill it in completely, but just try. You only have to put in about like 3. And now we are gonna do another layer of the cream. I hope the crackers don't move. Spread it. Okay, after you do the cream, we're gonna do the bananas again. This looks delicious. Okay, now time for the crackers. Perfecto. Now just one more layer of cream. And this one will be done, and then we only have one more to make. Just fill it up completely. Okay, this one, for decor, we will add a few more crackers. I got a vision. Smiley face! Yay! Okay, we're done with this one. Now one more to make. So I finished both of my banana puddings. So we need to put this in the fridge and then wait for 6 to 24 hours. The wafers inside will absorb all the pudding, well, not all of it, and it will get soggy, and it's very tasty. If after you put it in the refrigerator and you take it out and you begin eating it, don't worry if it's a little bit soggy like melted ice cream, because that's the way it's supposed to be. If it's all stiff and blocky, then it means something's wrong. Okay? So I have to wait, so I'll see you in about 12 hours. Bye!
The next day.
Hey guys, I'm back, and it's been half a day. So we put this in the refrigerator last night after like layering it, and then it's about lunchtime right now, and we took it out, and I'm gonna see how it tastes, like a taste test. Okay, so yesterday I made 2, and we had some leftover cream, so I made 2 little ones so I could eat it with my sister and stuff. And I'm gonna taste it to see if it's delicious or just fine or bad. So I'm gonna put the second one aside for now. and I'm gonna taste the first one. So you can scoop it like ice cream. And this thing has layers, so I'm gonna just boom, stab it in and then scoop it up. Because layers, I wanna taste the layers. Ooh. That looks delicious. One more scoop. Oh, it's cold. It's like frozen a little. Okay, now I'm gonna put this one aside. I'm gonna lick this later. Let me just clip that back on and put it on top of this one. I want to put some whipped cream. Shaky, 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 shaky. You don't have to put the whipped cream on, but it's optional, and I like it sweet. Topping. I'm gonna put some nuts with like chocolate in it. Another optional thing is you can just chop up bananas and put it on top, but I'm a kid, so I like sweet stuff. So some nuts, chocolate. Ooh, this matches the banana pudding so much. Like the color. Rainbow, rainbow, rainbow. Just like a few on top. That's pretty. Okay, look at this. Isn't it a total beauty with the colors and the banana and the pieces of wafer in here? It looks delicious. Now, time to try it. So, I see the banana in there, the wafer, the cream, and the whipped cream and the sprinkles. Let me try it. It tastes like vanilla ice cream. It's so good. The banana is squishy like jello, and the cream is so soft and sweet, and the wafer, it's kind of crunchy but moist, and it's so good. Sprinkles. It's very banana-y. I like it. I now know why people wait in lines to eat this pudding. And look, the layers are all still in there. You can still see the layers. The cream, banana, wafers, cream, banana, wafers. You can see the layer, look. It's so cool. So, you saw me do all those things to make this. There's no cooking and fire and none of that stuff. You just like mix and like layer and then put it in the fridge. But the only downside of this is that it takes a long time. So you have to put it in the fridge for 4 hours, the pudding, and then you have to mix it, and then you have to wait for 6 to 24 hours. So it takes a long time, but it's still so worth it. Look, you can see the layers. That is so good. I could eat this every day. Okay, then I'll see you next time with more delicious recipes. See you next time. Bye! Make sure to subscribe and ring the notification bell, please.